Hi Insta friends, welcome to a gab about all of my bags. I haven't made a video in quite some time. As some of you know, I had a stroke in December of 2020. So I've been more focusing on my recovery and wellness, and I still am, but I've missed making videos, and my friend Oyen has agreed to come and help out with making a different style of video than I've done before. So we're just gonna do a bag collection video. We're gonna blow through all the stuff, and if you have questions about any of the bags or anything like that, Oyen has agreed to come back and help make more videos, so we can always get deeper into the stuff as we need. Also, she's drinking from the Black Girl with the Tea mug, which if you haven't checked out Black Girl with the Tea, she is on Instagram and has a website, so get yourself a. Let's start. So we're going in no real order with the bags. She's just gonna grab them and hold them up, and we'll just start chatting about them. So apparently we're starting with my with one of my backpacks. This is the Palm Springs backpack in the MM size. The MM usually is the medium for Louis Vuitton, but in this series, it's actually the largest one they make. They don't make a GM. This bag I get a ton of use out of because it's so practical, and it has no vachetta, so you can wear it in my area, which is Boston, because the weather changes so frequently. Like, this is my only Speedy bandolier in my collection. It is a Speedy bandolier 25, and I picked it up when the Crafty collection was out. This is my only limited edition bag. I was so glad I was able to get it because I love the idea of limited edition, but none of the limited edition collections were really vibing with me for many years from Louis Vuitton. So I was so stoked that they released this and I was able to get my hands on it. I do feel like it's appropriate year-round. People often message me and ask me if I think it's a good investment if they find it like pre-loved or whatever. Because it kind of leans a little bit warm, and people are thinking that it's probably more appropriate for fall and winter, but I do wear it in the summer. I think with an all black outfit, which is my go-to, my default, you can wear it anytime that you like. So this is her.
Really like this one. I like them all.
You like that one? That's interesting.
Yeah, I do.
So this is one of only 2 epi leather bags in my collection. I purchased this on eBay from a Japanese reseller. I have been using this more than I used to use it because it's super accessible for one hand, because for now my left hand is not quite back, so I can get in and out of it easily. I wear it to therapy all the time, and one of the things I love about this bag is that not only is one of the pops of color in my collection, but also I don't feel worried because I don't feel like most people get the epi leather thing, so I can wear it and leave it on the therapy table and walk off and do my exercises and not worry that somebody's gonna be like, ooh, Louis Vuitton, what's in the bag, anything like that. So this is a Pochette Matisse, and this is the second Pochette Matisse that I've purchased. I don't have the other one anymore because the other one I had was the original version. The original version has vachetta handbag. I was panicking every time I went to use it. I even once went to use it and I sprayed a little perfume on myself. A drop of perfume fell on the bag and it stained it forever. So when this became available, I just kind of jumped on it because I find it way more practical. I don't have to worry about weather. I don't have to worry about water. I don't have to worry about putting it on the ground or my desk or anything like that. So, ta-da! It's got a little bandolier. I just think it kind of spruces the whole situation up. I think it's just a beautiful. This is the Petit Sac Plat. I came by this bag because you might remember in August of last year, it was at the height of demand and everybody was looking to get this bag. And in August, I actually had surgery for a different issue. So I was at home getting ready to take a nap, and one of my Instagram friends sent me a text message of, I have an essay who's got this bag. I gave her your number. She's about to call you any minute. So the essay calls. Next is a total impulse purchase. This toiletry pouch. This is a toiletry pouch 26. I went into Louis Vuitton one day after a very hard seminar that I was in. Anyway, looking for a hard to find item because I thought I would surprise the item and accidentally happen upon it. I don't even remember what it was at that point, but I walked in and I was like, I just thought I'd check. Actually, was it the pochette accessoire? I think that's what it was. So I walked in there hoping to get the pochette accessoire. They did not have that, but they did have the toiletry pouch 26, which was also very difficult to find at the time. So my SA offered it to me, and I just went ahead and purchased it. I do sometimes, not so frequently, wear it as a bag, and inside I have a little insert that also contains hooks that you can attach a gold chain to. You can attach any chain that you want, actually. So sometimes I do set it up that way so I can wear it as a crossbody bag. And I think that's part of the popularity of this bag, is that for the price point, which I think is still hovering under $700, and it was less when I purchased it, it's really an opportunity to have a Louis Vuitton bag without investing in Louis Vuitton bag prices. So it's a fave. Keeping it forever and ever, probably. The second of my epi pieces, this is the Alma BB in the epi leather, and it's black, and it's the only bag I believe in my collection with silver hardware. I'm a gold hardware girl, but it just does not come in gold hardware, so I was resigned to getting it that way. I really wanted to get this bag for a long time. I feel like it's a classic, and I haven't used it as much as I thought I would when I purchased it. I still had full use of both hands, but it's quite difficult to use with one hand. It slides on the body quite a bit, and it kind of bounces everywhere, and it's hard to keep attached to the body. So I just haven't had as much use since I purchased it, because I purchased it in November. I had the stroke in December, and it's just been a little harder to use. So, but I still love it. It's a part of my collection forever. Everything is. I'm not looking to sell anything right now before anybody messages me.
Another favorite.
At this point, you just have to start saying what you don't like.
Okay.
So, this is the second of my Palm Springs backpack collection. This is the Palm Springs, is the mini? Yeah. So I fell in love with this bag when I saw it in person. I'd never seen it in person because it was impossible to find everywhere. But I went into Louis Vuitton, obviously, and my SA happened to have a bunch of hard to find items. This was like during the summer of last year, and I got to see it in person, and as soon as I saw it, I knew it was the bag for me. I was pretty on the fence about it before, because people talk about how mini bags always are going to be useful, but I do recall when I was in high school, mini bags were very popular, and then they were not at all popular. So I disagree with people who say, well, you can always get use out of a mini bag. I mean, you can use whatever you want, but you're not going to look like you know what's going on in the world. If you know, at a certain point, it would be like wearing bootcut jeans at this point. So, whatever. I did soup up this bag a little bit by purchasing the extra large strap for it. And I find this bag incredible because it holds quite a lot. It's a great size. It's compact, and you can put a ton in it, but it gets quite heavy pretty quickly. And the straps that it comes with kind of become like little knives, as one of my friends said, that really cut into you if you're carrying it at full capacity. So I did purchase the wider strap because it kind of distributes the weight a little bit better. I should mention, I only wear this bag as a crossbody. I've never worn it as a backpack, nor do I ever intend to. So I really needed a better way to make it accessible and wearable. It's been one of my springtime heroes because, again, no vachetta. The strap is nice and wide. I can put my sunglasses, my wallet, and all the essentials and be out the door.
Get this package over.
Thank you.
Oh.
This is the latest, I'm not sure why I'm shouting. This is the latest addition to my collection. This is a vintage Louis Vuitton Odeon bag. And they have re-released this bag, which I don't like quite as much as I like the vintage. This bag I purchased pre-loved, which is the only way to purchase the vintage. The new one is quite expensive, and I just don't really prefer the little tassel that's on it. I find it a little strange. I know people love it, but that's just not for me. So I'm super excited to have this bag. One of my Insta friends mentioned that she got to see it in store, the new version in store, and she fell in love with it. So that kind of planted a little seed in my mind. But then later that week, my good friend came to visit, and she was carrying this bag, and she was just wearing the bag. I mean, she was wearing clothes. She was wearing a little dress that she said she got from Target. and the bag. And it looks so effortlessly cool and chic. I just knew it was something I needed to get. So I got on the internet and started really being intentional about looking for it. And one came up for a really good price in really good condition for its age. So one of my favorites in my collection. This is my Monster East backpack in the GM size. This bag I was in love with for a long time. One of my best friends and style mentors had it in the early 2000s, and she would wear it to dance classes and to yoga and everything like that, and I always thought, damn, she's so cool. But back then I still kind of subscribed to the belief that you should buy special items in luxury, so buying a backpack just didn't seem that practical to me. Turns out I've totally flipped. Now I only buy stuff I can wear every day that's luxury. I don't buy special event items in luxury versions anymore. So I was able to purchase this pre-loved. I sometimes don't use it because I'm a little bit timid about using it, even though it's pre-loved. I used it on a trip once. I went on a hike. I was in Arizona desert and it was dry. I was sweating so much and I was wearing this bag. Could you flip it over for me, please? This is where the bag hit my low back, and this is where I was sweating just above my waistline. And this stain is here forever. I do not mind at all. I think it just adds to the beauty of the bag, and it's so smooth and so soft. Like, this bag is in such great condition. This is also 25 years or older. So given that, like, you can really only expect so much. So I'm totally fine with how this has turned out, and I'm so glad I've purchased it when it's a library and, you know, wherever else I go. This is the bum bag. Also, at one point, impossible to find. So much use out of this bag, even though it's got the vachetta strap. I did get a bandeau to put on the handle so I could grab it more easily. I never wear this as a bum bag. I wear it crossbody in the front or crossbody in the back, and I just think it's just the most adorable. I don't tend to love these pom-pom things. I purchased it because I was hoping it would make it a little easier to use with my left hand as I don't have full function. It hasn't really been that helpful, but I don't mind it. So, I don't know. But you can.
Another favorite.
Another favorite of Williams, apparently. This is the Louis Vuitton duffel bag, and I'm not sure why it's called such. It doesn't look at all like a duffel. If you Google Louis Vuitton duffel, usually what comes up is the keep-all, but this is technically the duffel bag. I fell in love with this bag when I saw somebody carrying it, who I think was a mom. She was on a college tour with her daughter, and I saw her just kind of walking around the campus with the bag, and I was like, wow, like instantly I was mesmerized. And so I fell in love with it, but I knew that because of all the vachetta, it wasn't practical for me to. They must have lived like in California or something. In Boston, a bag with this much vachetta, like the entire bottom, the entire strap, including the long strap and the top, are all untreated leather. So I kind of was just like, nah, never mind. So it took me quite a while to warm up to it. I bought this during the pandemic, thinking I will wear it to like brunch when the pandemic subsided. Summer of last year, I decided to just start wearing it to wherever. So I get a little more use out of it now than zero use, but I don't use it all that often.
Another favorite.
This is the Louis Vuitton, oh my gosh, what's it called? The vanity case. It's not case, vanity bag. I purchased it from a reseller on eBay. It's in immaculate condition. It's gorgeous. It's over 25 years old as well. Louis Vuitton still makes this bag. I believe it's called the bowling bag, but people have told me that it's much smaller than this. I think there used to be two vanity sizes. The other one was not called a vanity. I'm forgetting the names, but
Sorry.
it's still a bit. By all means, zip away.
Okay.
Zip away. So this is the original vintage vanity bag. I haven't used it a ton because I purchased it like in April of last year. No, is that February of last year? And I remember the one day that I wore it, I was on the train and everybody had heard about COVID. And one woman was on the train coughing her lungs out, and everybody was like, she needs to get off this train. She did not. I guess she went where she had to get to where she needed to go. But a few weeks later, everything shut down. So that was the only time I really got to wear it out to work and stuff. So it's one of my least used bags, unfortunately, at this point, but it's a forever piece. Another forever piece, which I have zero regrets about purchasing. I did purchase it pre-loved. This is my Keep All 45 bandolier, and it's got the loops to attach the straps. People say all the time not to buy travel pieces in luxury. I kind of feel like, whatever, buy what you love. Anyway, I wanted a piece that was nice, that was gonna last for a good long time, and I decided to purchase it pre-loved because I know that travel pieces are thrown around. Like, I have no problem putting this on the floor at airports. Like, I don't put it on my dining room table. I don't even put it on my bed, honestly, because I know where it's been. I've shoved it under seats on airplanes, in the overhead compartments, left it on, what do they call those, Annie's pretzels? This has been through airports, like passed through security or whatever, and I don't worry at all about it because it's so well loved. It's already got a great patina on it, so it's not gonna get stained, it's not gonna get weird. So I just really enjoy this bag. I use it mostly for weekends. I find it difficult to pack for a whole week with this, but I mean, it's great for weekend travel.
Shape.
Yeah, also over 25 years old. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Do these scratch at all?
Huh?
Do these like ever get?
Simon's made her last weekly log. She went on a trip and she had a little white mark on here. So I guess they do get scratched, but she said she knows a way to remove the white scratch. I don't know that, but mine has never been scratched, fortunately. So
Another favorite.
another favorite. This is also a part of the toiletry pouch collection. This is the toiletry pouch 19. Once I purchased the 26, like I said, I drank the Kool-Aid. I was like, I need them all. So I purchased the 26 first. I called my SH, asked if she had the 19, and she did. So I went in and grabbed it. And Oyen has some surprises inside. Is there anything in there? No.
How big is this? No.
Yep. Pull it out.
Oh, it comes out. Oh.
So I also, I also have the 15 for storage purposes. Sometimes I just have to nest stuff. I came by the 15 because my SA, who hooked me up, not hooked me up, I paid for them. There was no hookup given. That helped me get the 26 and the 19. This was back when Virgil Abloh's first collection was coming out of Louis Vuitton. So she went to work temporarily in New York, and that was also the summer I was saying I was going to New York all the time and using my Palace clutch all the time. So I thought I would just pop in to the location where she was working and like surprise her and say hello or whatever. She happened to not be there, but they knew who she was, and they took excellent care of me, and they had the 15, so I purchased it right away. So it's nice to make friends with the SAs, obviously. I mean, if you're watching this video, you're gonna know.
Ooh.
Is that all of them?
Two more.
Two more. We are getting there. So
cute.
So cute. Some people say they use this as a bag. I've never found it useful as a bag because it does not fit a phone. I don't even have like a super fancy phone. I just have an iPhone 10, but it's too big to fit in there and zip. So this is the mini pochette, the famous mini pochette, and I have it in the Damier Ebin print. It's one of the only Ebin print items that I have currently in my collection. So I mostly use it for like lip gloss, a little perfume to spritz on myself throughout the day, mints, tampons, things like that, like stuff I don't want just spilling all over my bag. So another keeper.
And the last one.
My last bag from my Louis Vuitton collection is the only empreinte leather item that I have. This is the Pochette Felicie. I purchased this, when did I purchase this? Maybe January of 2018. I bought it, I'll just, full disclosure, at kind of a low point. For some reason I had gained a bunch of weight, which is not typical for me. I just had kind of let myself go through the holidays or whatever. And I had a very fancy event. I used to go to fancy events all the time, which I miss sorely. I was going to a gala and nothing I had fit. And I was like, well, dang, if nothing I have fits, I'm just going to buy a beautiful bag. So I was debating for a little while between this and the YSL clutch. And a lot of people really recommended the YSL clutch because it's so fancy, like so dressy. But I decided to go with this because I feel like you can dress it up or dress it down, like it's not exclusively fancy, and the empreinte leather is so durable, it's hardly showing anywhere. Like, I've worn it quite a bit. This is my go-to bag, or anyway, it used to be my go-to bag before last year for weddings. I must have worn it like 10 times a year. I bought it between weddings, galas, special receptions, and things like that. So it's not even showing a little bit of a bother. Yeah.
Favorite.
This is
Yeah.
my favorite. So good. So good. I'm kind of interested in buying another Pochette Felici, but we'll see. So,
I think that's it.
okay. I guess that's it. So these are the bags in my Louis Vuitton collection. Oyen and I will film on a different day the rest of my collection, which will go much more quickly. But Louis Vuitton was my first love, and it continues to hold a very dear place in my heart. So I do have quite a number of pieces, mostly in the monogram, but sprinkled here and there a few other styles as well. So I'll see you next week with the rest of my collection. Also, again, if you have questions, comments, let me know if there's anything you want us to go into more deeply about any of the items shown. First, check that I don't already have a video about it, but if you don't see a video, let me know and we'll work on getting one out. Take care and sip, man. Peace.